What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video, and welcome to your economic update for Saturday, June 11th. So it has finally happened, and what is happening right now is not the greatest news, but I want to fill you in on what's going on because you, as Americans, are going to pay more. We are going to struggle because we have to pay more. Here's what's happening. And the American people are not dumb. And despite the Biden administration attempting to put the blame for rising prices and decreased supply on really the American people, but also on Russia and President Vladimir Putin, the American people aren't really buying it. And this is why some are just waiting till the upcoming midterm elections to hopefully vote out Democrats. That's what some are saying. Now, again, whether that happens or not, I don't know. Okay, that's up to the American people to decide who they put into office. Now, in a minute, I want to talk about rising prices and what we are about to face. And I also want to address the news out of Ukraine and why Ukrainian officials are asking for more weapons from the United States. But also, we're going to talk about how Russia is also soon to declare some Ukrainian land part of Russia. That's what the expectation has always been. But again, we will address that towards the end of this video. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is what the Biden administration is attempting to do. Because they're attempting to blame others for the price increases that we are currently seeing. But why is this? Well, why would the Biden administration wait months and months to really put the blame on Russia for our price increases? Well, it has to do with the price of gas and where it has gone recently. Okay, I said this probably 2 or 3 days ago that within the next few days, gas prices would top $5 nationally. Well, it did that this morning. Look at this. Gas prices as of this morning, June 11th, are now $5, 5.004. Okay, that's what they are. Let's go down here and look at this. 1 month ago, gas prices were $4.40. Okay, we're up 60 cents in 1 month. Just a week ago, we're $4.81. We are now up 19 cents, up to $5. Let's look at diesel. Okay, and I said this before. Once gas prices for regular gas in the United States tops $5, and this is what experts are predicting. Once this tops $5, and then diesel right here tops $6, which we still got about 24 cents left. Once these two metrics are met, that's when we're going to see chaos. Okay, that's when we'll see it. But just so you know, right now, there are 20 states here in the United States that have an average of over $5 a gallon for a gallon of gas. California, just to give you an example, they are averaging $6.43 per gallon, which is actually $2.21 a gallon more than what it was just 1 year ago. Now, paying $4.22 or 22 cents, that's still a pretty good amount of money for a gallon of gas. And I know there's a lot of people that are somewhat close to that in certain parts of the countries. $4.50, $4.80, somewhere around there. But again, that's for the middle of the country. In California, you're not going to see that right now. You may never see that again. But this is what we're being told, is gas prices are going to come down. Don't worry. Because what we're going to see is the American people are going to see, the demand for gas is going to drop because it's getting too expensive. Well, yes and no. Some people can't just not go into work. Some people can't work from home. Some people want to take a vacation, right? And so they have to use gas. You want to make sure your food is getting delivered, right? And whether it's to a grocery store or to your home, doesn't matter. It still uses fuel. Now, whether it uses diesel to get to the grocery store or uses diesel to get to the grocery store, then gets picked up by somebody from like Instacart, right? And then they go and bring it to your home and use regular gasoline, we don't know. But gasoline is still going to be used. Oil prices are expected to go up. Some are saying oil prices will definitely be $140 a barrel. Some expect it will be $150. Others say it will be about $160. There are still some economists that say we could see $200 for a barrel of oil. That's insane. But again, this is stuff that we use. We are going to pay more. It doesn't matter. We will pay more. But here's what we're also being told, that prices will come down as soon as electric vehicles are produced produced a little bit more. Now, anytime you hear President Biden talk, he's talking about electric vehicles. He's not talking about Tesla. Tesla, one of the biggest car manufacturers right now. Okay? They are not being brought up when President Biden talks. He doesn't like them. Okay? Now, it is true that prices for gas will come down once there's more electric vehicles being produced. That's not a lie. That is the truth. The price of gas will drop as demand somewhat subsides. The only problem there is this would require people to go and pay upwards of $60,000 for an electric vehicle. So their overall expenses would increase, not decrease. But that kind of sums up the thinking of the government, our government officials, is, okay, let's make it cheaper for gas. Okay, great, because that's what we're discussing right now. And that's going to be the big talking point during the midterm elections. But if the American people go and buy a new car, $60,000 for a Tesla, it's not going to be a new one. It's probably be used, right? It could be new. But again, you're going to pay more for that $60,000 car than you would in gas, even if gas was $8 a gallon. Doesn't matter. But again, I think that's interesting that that's what we're being told. Just wait. Well, I do want to talk about another major problem, though, when it comes to electric vehicles. And this was actually outlined in a recent Bank of America note to investors. Bank of America warned that we are currently experiencing a shortage of critical elements, such as rare earth metals, lithium, cobalt, and nickel. The reason they bring this up is because these are used to produce solar panels, wind turbines, and even batteries for electric cars. Without these metals, what they're saying is that there is not a sustainable way, as of right now, to go green and reduce our dependence on fossil fuels. That's what we've been told by many lawmakers as well. For example, was it Senator Joe Manchin out of West Virginia? He said, and he was very clear when he spoke with President Biden back in, I believe, November and December, that we can't just go EV. We can't, because then we'll push our dependence over to other countries like China. So yes, it's understandable, let's reduce our dependence on fossil fuels, but at the same time, not 100%, because we are not there yet. We are not there. We're not even close. So we'll see what happens there. One thing I can tell you, though, is these gas prices, okay? When gas prices right now are $5 a gallon, okay? $5 a gallon on average. The problem here is that it's not going to take long before, and again, when it goes to diesel as well, right here, but it's not going to take long before, companies start to go almost belly up because they can't afford bringing in new products. We're going to see truckers, they're going to quit. I addressed this yesterday. That's what we're going to see. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. So that's why I keep telling you, be prepared. So let's talk about what's going on in Ukraine for a second. Right now, what we know, and is we're getting more and more reports that the city of Kyiv, there's been a lot of fighting going on within the streets. The reports are indicating that Ukrainians are badly outgunned in this situation, and because of that, Ukrainian officials are asking the United States for even more weapons. Okay? They need guns. That's what they need. They don't need heavy artillery because that's not what's working. They don't want to bomb their own city, but at the same time, they need weapons to get troops out. Now, I want to share something with you, and I want your thoughts on this. Okay? Let me know your take on this down in the comment section below. But it has been reported by multiple media outlets and by President Biden himself that U.S. intelligence agencies had warned Ukrainian officials and the Ukrainian President Zelensky that Russia would invade their country. This was back in, early February, I believe, because I think it was, February 24th, I believe, when Russia invaded. But before they invaded, U.S. intelligence agencies warned Ukraine this was going to happen. But they didn't really take that threat seriously. They knew they were on the outskirts of their country, but they didn't know as to how many people, right? They didn't know how long the convoy was, and that was part of the problem. Now, President Biden said that the U.S. intelligence agency believed it was a very real possibility that Russia would invade, and he said, and I quote, "There was no doubt, but Zelensky didn't want to hear it, nor did a lot of people." Now, here's why I have an issue with this. We warned them that this was going to happen, and just be prepared. But nobody took that seriously, and now they continue to ask the West for additional resources while Russia attacks from all sides. That's what I think is interesting. And what are your thoughts on this? Do you think that the United States should continue to give away our resources, right? The products that we use that we are going to have to go and reinvest back into. It could potentially take months. At the same time, when China is kind of a threat to the United States, they've always been a threat. But if they try to take over Taiwan and the United States jumps in, what happens then? Well, if we don't have all of our resources, all of our missiles, all of our tanks, right? Well, if we don't have that, do you think that's right that we are being asked to give away our resources when it's actually costing the American people more money to do so? Again, especially in a time when prices are rising, we know there's going to be other issues with other countries, specifically China, potentially Russia. We have a migrant convoy of thousands of people head towards our border as we speak, and Congress at the same time can't come to an agreement on passing anything to help our own country. But again, let me know your thoughts. Now, the last thing I want to address is it was reported this morning that Russia is soon going to declare that some of Ukrainian land will be part of Russia. This was the expectation all along, is that Russia was going to do this. We didn't know exactly when. We didn't know, which parts, but we knew that was the plan. So some are expecting it's going to be, one of the ports. Others are saying that no, it's going to be, close to the Donbas region, right? But that's the thing. At some point, Russia's going to declare some Ukrainian land is going to be part of Russia. Now, what does Ukraine do about it? Does the United States step in? We don't know. But this is part of what's happening right now. And this is why the American people are going to continue to struggle. This is why people around the globe are going to struggle as well. Prices are going to increase. Gas prices are going to probably go through the roof, even more than they have. But again, that's what we should expect. So yes, it finally happened. Gas prices are over $5 a gallon. Everyone's going to pay more. And that's just the world we live in. So again, just wanted to fill you in on what's going on as of this morning. Again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.